Your Excellency, are you ready for a new world order?
That was a clip from the World Government Summit in 2022 talking about a new world order, the same thing that we'll see unfold when the Antichrist is revealed in Revelation 13, something in moves that we're seeing being made right now in America in the next couple months, one just a few weeks away. On June 1st, 2023, the United States could default on its debt. If the two parties don't come to an agreement and the debt ceiling isn't lifted, then this could be the first time in the history of the United States that it defaults on its debt, leading to serious complications within the economy. And what's interesting about the timing of all of this is in July 2023, the FedNow digital currency or digital payment system will be released in America. FedNow is a payment service that the Federal Reserve will be making available for banks and credit unions to transfer funds digitally and quickly. I want to play another clip from this World Government Summit in 2022 and see what they have to say about digital currencies.
And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy.
So as we see, world leaders are gathering together at a World Government Summit, talking about creating a new world order, like a one world type government, and how we need digital currencies where everything we buy and do is completely tracked. And if on June 1st the debt ceiling isn't raised or there's not some sort of agreement, with troubles in the economy, it'll be much easier to force people into using digital currencies than if they had more means available to them. Nigeria just saw this exact thing happen in their country. Their country came out with a central bank digital currency, a CBDC, and the Nigerians rejected it. And when the government of Nigeria realized that the Nigerian population wasn't accepting this currency, they put a limitation on how much money, how much cash could be withdrawn from ATMs. And actually, they said citizens could only take $40 a week out of their bank accounts, and Nigerians need about $40 a day to live. You can see how this led to uncertainty and unrest, which led to many of the Nigerians accepting the central bank digital currency so they could get money to feed their families and to survive.
After a 3-week delay, Nigeria's digital currency is now legal tender. At its launch, President Muhammadu Buhari says the e-Naira will usher in opportunities for banks, customers, and the country's economy.
Nigeria's got a Naira crisis, and it doesn't seem to be easing. For weeks ahead of a major national election, Africa's biggest economy hasn't had enough cash for its citizens. For starters, a deadline to exchange old notes in for legal tender led to long queues at ATMs and banks nationwide. Residents are only allowed to withdraw a maximum of 20,000 Naira or $43 at a time, and even the machines meant to dispense these notes are running dry.
This is the type of forced system that will take place of government strong-arming citizens into accepting central bank digital currency, tracking everything you do, and then just like the WEF, World Economic Forum, has come out and said, the Great Reset, we need a change in everything in the world, and how pretty much the whole entire world needs to be controlled by one central organization, and the World Economic Forum would gladly be that organization. And so once the control systems are all in place, then it just perfectly makes sense for the Bible prophecy to take place, where the Antichrist can see and watch if people can buy or sell and deny them access to buying and selling if they don't have the mark of the beast or the number of his name.
You have been paid 2,000 central bank digital tokens. The following fees are being deducted: accommodation fee, food ration fee, recycling fee, clean energy fee, personal greenhouse gas emissions fee, climate change fee, diversity fee. Your current remaining balance is 5 central bank digital tokens, and if not spent, it will expire in 7 days.
The debt ceiling not being lifted on June 1st could really lead to serious problems. And we can see with the large number of debt that America has that eventually it will default on its debt. There's no way we could pay that back, or we'd just eventually have to say we're not going to pay it back, and that would lead to World War III, which also ties into end times prophecy of wars, rumors, and wars, as well as all the nations gathering to war against Jerusalem in the last days. So is this the exact fulfillment of the prophecies and Revelation starting to be unfold? Well, it's not that, but what we see is the world being slowly moved into position for that to take place. Even Jesus said when talking about the Great Tribulation in Matthew 24, "See that you're not troubled, for these things must happen first." So this is just the way of the world. We don't know how it's offset or the exact timeline, but we can see how the systems of the world that will adhere to the Antichrist rule, how they're all being moved and set up into play. I mean, they're gathering at a conference called World Government Summit, talking about how we need a new world order and how we need digital currencies where every transaction is tracked. It's just incredible to see when in Revelation, all those exact same things were written 1900 years ago. So again, we don't know exactly when this prophecy will be fulfilled, but we can see how the world systems are being set up for them to be fulfilled.
Things are changing fast in this digital world, so much so that a growing number of businesses will not even accept cash anymore.
Yeah, they are starting to set up reverse ATMs that quickly turns cash into a prepaid debit card to be used on the fly. And Andre Clark explains from New York City.
You know, cash is really still king, but reverse ATMs are definitely the way of the future as more businesses look for ways to go cashless. Here at Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan, they already have machines inside the arena that can actually convert your cash into a debit card here.
7 years after South Australia did it, Victorians will finally get digital licences. Drivers in Ballarat will lead a 6-month trial of the technology and its privacy protections before the rest of us in 2024.
Secured with a QR code that refreshes every 90 seconds and a moving hologram, Victoria's crack at making a digital driver's licence is ready to hit the road.
This is just such a glorious day and I can't wait. I just can't wait.
So now more than ever is the time to get your life right with Jesus Christ. He's welcoming, he's forgiving, he's merciful, he's long-suffering, and thank God he is, because we all need it. And that's why God sent Jesus to be the fulfillment of the sin sacrifice, because we can never live up to it. But if you go to Jesus, he will heal you, he will forgive you, and he will guide your life. And we don't know the timeline of our lives or the timelines of these prophecies when they'll exactly fill out. Only the Father knows that. So turn to Jesus today and make sure you're in right standing with him, because that's truly what matters and why we're here on this earth. Let me know what you think in the comments below about the debt ceiling on June 1st, as well as Fed Now coming in July 2023. Thanks for watching, and God bless.
And now is the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there, and we've got to lead it. We've got to unite the rest of the free world in doing it.